Lewis and Clark carried something across America they almost never used.
But every time they showed it, it stopped people from attacking them.
And that one small detail may have saved their life.
Most people would have overlooked the little things.
This episode is brought to you by
Backbone Coffee,
First Phorm,
the Great Lakes Fishing Expo,
and Heritage Roofing. You should watch or listen. I don't know what you think.
Casting their faith to reach this world. Fish on.
Welcome to the Casting Faith Podcast. Welcome back. We got a fun episode that talks about some history.
That it does. It informs you of the tale as old as time. The journey from east to west. The expedition of Meriwether Lewis and William Clark.
Welcome back. Oh man, what a good weekend we've had here.
Hey, I do this with my Sunday school class a lot.
Yeah.
Where I'll say one of the weird names of somebody in the Bible and go,
Meriwether's one.
That's what I'm getting at. Like I'll say aren't you glad we don't have the names like that anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to go around and name my son Obadiah or whatever.
Yeah.
But Meriwether?
Meriwether
Clark.
Floyd Meriwether.
Or Meriwether Lewis. William Clark. William is a normal one.
Well, Willie
Clark.
Hey, Willie. Meriwether.
Hey, why does people named William go by Will or Bill, but not Ian? Ian's a common name. Ian's my brother-in-law's name. No, not Ian. Ian. Because William.
Iams. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think we should start a trend. If your name's William or don't go by Will or Bill or Willie or Billy.
Iam.
Go by Iam.
We just started a whole new name.
What's up, Iam?
What's up, Iam?
See, it flows. People are going to think you're saying Ian with a lisp, but in reality, it's Iam.
Hey, man, I was thinking about this the other day.
Okay.
I told a story to my kids. Well, I talked about this last episode a little bit, but you ever live a lie for like 20 years? Or believe a lie for like 20 years?
Believe a lie. I like to live in reality.
Yeah. Well, I don't live a lie, but I believed a lie. It's all an illusion. No. I was driving the kids home from church and it was dark out and they turned the lights on in the car. And I went, hey, turn those lights off. It's illegal. I'll get pulled over. Hey, that's not true.
So that was never what I was told. My parents always said, I can't see if you have the lights on.
I was always told we will get pulled over. Turn those lights off.
Huh.
My whole life. And I believe that. Turn that light off. It's illegal to drive with those on. We're going to get pulled over. And I believe that for like ever. And so I told my kids, hey, turn that light off. It's against the law. Even though I don't think it is.
Yeah, I was always told, turn the lights off because I can't see because of the mirror.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But also
that's something I still tell my kids to this day.
But also I can see with the lights on in the car. I can still see outside.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like it.
What was the point of growing up being told you can't have the lights on in the car?
I don't know. Maybe just the fear of forgetting the lights are on and then it kills your battery.
Maybe. But I don't know. One of those things like, hey, 90s parents, what were we doing with that? What was that about? But I let it live on. I said, turn those lights off. I'm going to get pulled over. Not true, though. That's how it is, though. Sometimes you hear something once and you just run with it for 20 years,
Yep.
Never question it. Just accept it. Just accept that this is it. This little tiny thing, this small thing is insignificant as the light on in the car. I'm just going to believe that in my whole life. And my kids and my kids'
Kinda
are all going to believe it.
Being told we went to the moon. You just kind of believe it.
Hey, yo.
Then you look at the evidence and...
Yeah, man. It's wild. So what's new, dude? You got anything going on?
No, nothing really new in my world right now. It's baseball season is in full swing, so a lot of my nights are spent on the ball fields here in Talmadge.
Unless it's 9:47 p.m.
And we're recording an episode.
At night.
And it is hot
It is
in the studio.
blazing. here, dude. It is so hot. We need to get some kind of air conditioning up in here. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. But dude, I was thinking about that the other day, man, how like little things matter.
Yeah.
You know, like little things you could believe your whole life and it's just not true.
Yeah.
You know, I talked about it last episode about the Mythbusters thing, like you can run in the rain and you'll get less wet. Like that's the truth. But my whole life I thought, no, don't do that. Walk in the rain.
Yeah.
Just walk in the rain all tough and you'll get less wet. That's not true. But I believed it for so long. But those little things are significant things. Sometimes you ever hear the term "don't sweat the small stuff"? And in a lot of ways, that's good advice. But sometimes that's like the worst advice.
Yeah. Sometimes the small things really do matter.
They do.
We did an episode about this with our wives, but
Yeah.
I think it's important to know, like, hey, the little things you do affect things. It's kind of like the butterfly effect. Remember that was a movie from our childhood with Ashton Kutcher.
It's a good book too. Andy Andrews wrote the book Butterfly Effect,
about how like a butterfly flapping its wings on one side of the world results in a tornado on the other side. It's just a chain of events that follow the little actions that we're taking.
And it makes you think, man, like your little interactions matter, you know?
Yeah.
I have so many memories. I have this memory of Brother Carson. We were at Inferno in Auburn Hills, Michigan.
I never went.
And it was more like a concert than a like a retreat or whatever. But we would go to this every once in a while. And I remember going there and it was altar time. And it came time to pray after like 17 songs, 3 hours of concert music. They had a preacher come up. He preached and it was time to pray. I was like half asleep. I was so exhausted. But I remember he sat next to me and he wrapped his arm around me. He prayed with me. And it wasn't like oh, bless him, Lord. He legit he prayed over me. And it was the first time that I really felt like a strong male influence, like a father figure, just speak words of faith over me. And it stuck with me forever. To him, it was probably just another, he may not even remember that.
Yeah.
But like, it stuck with me from 11 years old, 12 years old, however old I was. It stuck with me my whole life. The way he prayed for me over that meant, hey, this is a man of God that cares about me. And it stuck with me forever, you know? And I have so many stories like that, dude, like where those little interactions matter so much and they make such a meaningful impact. I remember just down, you know, in the furnace room at the church, the old building, it's now the youth center. There's a sign on the door and it says, "Do not lock Brother Martin." And he was a head usher like 20 years ago, you know.
More than that, man.
Like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had a great relationship with Brother Martin. And I used to go and paint his fence. Like, you know, paint his fence, do some yard work for him. And he would tell me stories and we would sit down and talk. And in those little moments, like I never forget those, you know.
Yeah.
Like they were, I know they were meaningful to him. And to me, like I still remember and cherish those moments, you know.
Yeah.
But those small interactions you have with people matter.
Absolutely.
This episode's brought to you by Backbone Coffee.
This is the coffee we actually drink at home, too. It's not just because they're a sponsor of the show. We actually love this product.
And right now, if you go to the website, you can mix and match 3 different bags for $45.
Or you could set up a subscription and cancel it at any time.
And if you're a first-time buyer, use the promo code CastingFaith for 15% off.
Get you some of the coffee we actually drink.
Backbone Coffee.
Fuel the grind.
I want to talk a little bit about this today because, man, there's a crazy history story. And you probably, like, our history teachers need to step their game up. You know what I mean? Like, American history teachers, step your game up. Okay?
Yeah.
We've done a lot of go back and fix things to make it sound proper for this. We need to tell, like, what actually happened.
Yeah, that's an episode in and of itself.
You know, I'm not trying to get on a pedestal here, but I want to just share that because I don't remember ever learning this in school.
No, you brought up this topic to me and I had never heard it. And I like to consider myself pretty well versed in history. But I've never heard this before.
Yeah. And so I got a story. All right. You're familiar with Lewis and Clark, right?
Yeah.
So Lewis and Clark set out in 1804 with 30 men to explore the western United States. The problem is they were traveling straight through territory controlled by native tribes. Many of those tribes were hostile. Like you weren't safe just to travel back then, okay? They were completely outnumbered the entire time. By all logic, they should never have made this expedition. They should have never survived it, right? It was just the nature of what they were doing during that time. By all logic, they should have never made it, but they did. And not a single man was killed in this expedition. And many had tried before to do what they were doing. They were trying to chart out the Western United States. Many tried this before and they would never make it because of the, how hostile the environment was. Okay. But not a man was killed in the battle, which brings the question, why? Why was nobody killed while charting out the Western United States? Why did this happen this way? And I looked into this and I read this in a book by Andy Andrews, same guy who did the Butterfly Effect. Great author, super awesome series of books he has, great insight, faith-based, all good. So recommend. I got this from The Little Things. This is so like whatever schools don't teach you, read for yourself, you know, like
research.
Read. And but anyways, I got this from that book, and it's a little thing that kept them safe during this whole thing. And it happened by chance, okay? Because of one small thing, one overlooked little thing. Odds are that before their expedition, they went to a trade show and they bought a toy air rifle. Maybe not a toy, but they bought an air rifle.
Something we would consider like a toy.
Something we would consider like an airsoft gun, you know, like an air-powered rifle. It wasn't a normal gun. It was called the Gherdoni air rifle. There was no gunpowder, no smoke, and it was almost silent when fired. But here was the thing that was crazy. It could fire 20 shots in a row without reloading, which was unheard of at that time.
Right.
Every other rifle used back then was like front loading, and gunpowder, smoke, you know, and definitely not silent. Okay, so this thing that was probably not super lethal, but it would fire multiple shots in a row without reloading. Compared that to other rifles back then, it would take you like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, maybe a couple minutes if you were inexperienced to reload. And everybody knew that. Like everyone in the area knew that. So every time, so they buy this at a trade show, right? And they set out for their expedition. So while they're getting food and all the other things, they pick up this Gherdoni air rifle because he thought, oh, this looks cool. You know, this looks fun, like something unique. I like to think like, you know, how we go to like Hartville Flea Market and we pick up some unique items. Okay. But he does this. And they would go out, not think anything of it until they went out on their expedition. And every time they would run into a tribe, he did the same thing. He would say, hey, I have something really cool to show you. And he would get out this air rifle. He would set up a target and he would shoot the air rifle and he would hit the target again and again and again and again without reloading. Shot after shot, no smoke, no sound, no reload, nothing like that. And as the tribes watched this, their mind shifted from we can get past that first shot, right? They shoot that first shot and they got a whole minute before, you know, they can ambush. And that's like their specialty was ambush tactics, right? And so they thought, I have a whole minute, we can overtake this guy because of the reload process. But with this, they're seeing this and they're seeing something that they've never seen before. It's a new technology, right? It's a new thing. It's a new power that they didn't understand, okay? They're thinking, we've never seen weapons like this before, you know, and they don't run out. So they're more powerful than us, so we're going to be nice to them. We're not going to try to attack. We're not going to do these things because they don't run out. But little did they know that air rifle took 1,500 pump strokes to recharge the pressure in the chamber.
That's crazy.
Dude, so like the whole thing is that they had bought this on a whim.
Yeah.
Right? They bought this on a whim. They took it out on the expedition with them. And he was just smart enough to know, like, this is something they've never seen before. I can make a couple shots with this, show them that I don't need to reload. They're going to think that we're more powerful than we actually are, and we're going to get through this area nicely, right? Yeah. Some part of history that we never really hear about, but Lewis never fired enough shots to reveal the limit before the air pressure would run out.
Strategic.
He made them believe that every man in the company, all 30 men, had the same rifle. Right? And so no tribe attacked them because they thought these guys are too powerful. They'll win every time. So they were never attacked because in their minds, they were thinking, we have no chance against this. Because of that one illusion, because of that one small thing, that one small tool, it protected the entire expedition. They crossed an entire continent, outnumbered the whole way, and never had to fire a shot in battle because of one air rifle, the Garadoni air rifle. That was never even pointed at any person. It was just pointed at that target.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me, man. It wasn't the big plan. It was just bought on a whim. It was a small little thing, a small detail that got them through that expedition.
Yeah. I mean, that's super interesting. I can't believe I've never heard of that before. I mean, it's a really cool little unique part of history. And you're right. Like a repeating rifle wouldn't have been invented yet. Would have been all front loading, gunpowder, muskets, rifles like that. So yeah, that would have blown the minds of a lot of people, not just Native Americans. Anybody that would have seen that would have been surprised at what was going on. But there's a lot of just pure amazement when it comes to the story of Lewis and Clark. I mean, to go from St. Louis, the gateway of the West, to the Pacific, and to map that out, to chart that out, everything they would have had to encounter, everything they would have seen. This is what blows my mind when I think of the Lewis and Clark story, is seeing the Western United States and everything we know about Big Sky Country and the mountains, the Rockies, everything that is to the West for the first time, untouched by civilization.
Must have been beautiful.
Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine.
And they did
Can't even imagine.
They did it. They went on this expedition. So many people failed before them trying to do the same thing that they were doing.
Yeah.
Right. And they went on this expedition. They got to witness and experience it the way that you're imagining because they had done this one thing that prevented them from danger,
Well,
or the danger of
they
people.
had a different approach as well. It wasn't so much approaching the Native Americans, the different tribes, with intentions of
harm. Right.
It was, yes, they did have the air rifle that they did the demonstration, but they also had a genuine curiosity about their lifestyle, a genuine curiosity about them as people. And they were willing to share with them, to show them that, hey, we can build common ground. We're not different. We're very similar.
Yeah.
And I think that approach is something that definitely helped them as well. There's just so many different parts about the story of Lewis and Clark, like thinking of the enormous challenge they must have faced getting through the Rocky Mountains for the first time, not having the modern technology that we have, and the struggle that may have been, and then not even to mention the whole story of Sacagawea and everything that she endured and helped them with, the translation, the assimilation to the tribe. It's just an amazing story. It's an amazing part of American history.
Yeah, and it's not really getting taught as much anymore. And you said it a little bit, but their intention was never really harmful. It was to build relationships, not conquer. That was their mindset. They brought gifts, they brought bread, tools, medals from Thomas Jefferson to show goodwill, and they relied heavily on the native knowledge just to survive the journey. They were trading knowledge,
people that they had never really even known.
Right. And so, and the presence, like you said, of Sacagawea was huge. But remember the Sacagawea coins?
Yeah,
I still have a couple of those.
Yeah, I do too. Whenever I think of Sacagawea now, I think of one of my favorite movies to watch with my kids is Night at the Museum. And Robin Williams, late great Robin Williams playing Teddy Roosevelt. And he had a crush on Sacagawea. And just
good movie.
It was a very good movie. I liked all of them, to be honest with you.
And it was original thought. It was a cool thing.
Fun movies.
Yeah.
Even the second one with Amelia Earhart. And that'd be a fun episode to do, Amelia Earhart. Let's do that in the future.
Yeah.
Good movies, but just the whole story of Lewis and Clark, and like I said, everything that goes into it, it just plays so much into the wonder of man.
Yeah.
And it's kind of discouraging, in all honesty, to know that the way technology is and how far we've come, there's not really that uncharted anymore.
Yeah.
That uncharted area. I mean, we have the Amazon rainforest, and there's a lot of that's still uncharted. We understand that. but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not a new nation. We have a little bit of an understanding of what's going on there. Now, new stuff's still being found all the time. That's a very interesting topic as well.
Yeah.
Everything that's going into LiDAR scanning of the area.
Yeah,
The cities that are being found deep in the Amazon, and how there's evidence that a lot of the trees were planted instead of just natural.
Cool.
But that it's a little discouraging to know that wonder of exploring a new area for the first time won't happen again.
I don't think, first of all, I don't think we've discovered nearly enough of our own planet.
I agree.
Period. Like, and we've made it, like back then they were sent to do that. Like, and now it's like, you can't go here. You can't go, like, you know how many places you're not even allowed to like primitive camp at?
There's sections of the Grand Canyon that you're not allowed to go to.
You can't even fly a drone. You can't do anything. There's a lot of off limits areas. Like that sense of exploration, you can still like do that. Like you can be somewhere you've never been before, but like being the first to discover.
Yeah.
That's kind of gone, you know?
I can't imagine them laying eyes on the Rocky Mountains for the first time.
But like, that's also, you know, we talk about Alone a lot, the show, like to survive
ultimate survival.
Man.
Well, the fact that they were putting so much trust into the native tribes too.
That's
that was unheard of.
How they made it, you know? And it all was done through diplomacy. Like it was never, you know, I feel like it gets dicey. Like thoughts on this it varies throughout our, you know, everyone thinks certain ways about this, but the reality is this was going to happen either way. But it's interesting that the little thing, that little choice, that little decision made such a big impact.
That, and they understood that how you treat people matters.
Yeah.
If you go into it with a mindset of, hey, I'm better than you, I know more than you, they would have failed.
Right.
They had to rely on the fact that they didn't know what they were doing to succeed.
Yeah. And man, there's a lesson in that.
Yeah.
You know, like it matters how you treat people.
As somebody who worked in insurance for 8 years, I know that right now could be a very stressful time for many of you. The high winds and crazy weather we've had in Northeast Ohio has left some without roofs and damaged buildings. We wanted to let you know that while you are going through this stressful time, there are still good companies out there who are ready to work alongside you and get you taken care of and make this process that could be very overwhelming as stress-free as possible. We wanted to remind you that Heritage Roofing is available and ready for your call, so that way through this process and getting your home back to how it ought to be, you have somebody on your side working with you and for you. So don't forget Heritage Roofing out of Mogadora, Ohio.
When you're navigating life, it matters. Your little interactions with everyday people matter.
Oh, 100%.
Like I was at the gas station the other day. First of all, remember the guy who said, have a day?
Yeah.
He told me to have a good day yesterday. See? We're making progress. Making progress. He
I'm
said,
proud of you for
have a
not-
good day. And I
We're
went,
not telling him to have a day.
have a day. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. But no, those little interactions matter. I did go to another gas station. You know, dude, like the person, there was this guy who just was in front of me and he ran up to the cash register and he said, $20, pump 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just threw it down on and I saw, because I've been a cashier clerk before. I was like, like that'll ruin your day.
Yeah.
You know, and then this poor lady at the register was just like, okay, like, and she took it, and then her coworker was just in the back, not at the register.
Yeah.
There was a line deep of 20 people, and she's frustrated visibly. And like, I remember being in those shoes, and I was like, when it came time for me to go up there, I was like, hey, how are you doing? You know, and she's like, oh, it's going, you know, rough. I'm like, hey, don't let it bother you. Like, it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
And I just try to speak a little word of encouragement. Those little interactions matter so much.
One of my favorite things to do is like when you go to, for my family, the restaurant we frequent a lot, the fast food would be Chick-fil-A. And you go in there and it's a new person working the register, and the Lord's chicken is blessed, and they always have a long line. And
a lot of people like Raising Cane's.
Well, it's not bad. I don't mind.
It's all right.
Cane's. But you go in there and there's a long line, and it's somebody that's clearly new.
Yeah.
They're in training, and it goes such a long ways just to say, hey, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And to watch their face light up, because I'm sure they've had people frustrated at them, how long it took to get to the register, and they're still trying to learn the different buttons, and just give them that moment. Hey, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And just have a little bit of patience. That goes so far in making somebody's day a little bit better.
100%, man. 100%. And you just never know what little moment could be a big moment for somebody else. You know, like that matters, dude. Like it cost you nothing to be kind.
Yeah.
You know, and it's what saved Lewis and Clark, you know, outside of that one very weird, odd shot, you know, thrift store buy, you know, like it saved them. You know, that could have been used, that money could have been used for more food or more, you know, more firepower. Like he didn't buy everyone in the outfit that gun, but he, you know, like it's just one little thing.
Well, not even
on a
that,
whim.
but when you consider from a survival standpoint, we understand that it's important what you pack and what you take with you. Would that have even been an effective tool outside of it?
Not really.
To add that much more weight to the pack, to the canoe, whatever they may have been taking, you had to have trust in what you were doing and the process that you were taking to get there.
I'm sure he looked at it and thought, how many shots can this thing do?
Right.
It's got probably the prospect of just shooting multiple shots. Like he may even been thinking of it like, oh, I could get a couple squirrels out of this or something, you know?
Maybe.
You just never know. But it's like one of those details in histories that you just don't hear about often.
Yeah.
But the small stuff matters, man.
Absolutely.
The small stuff matters. Growing up, the small things, you know, that impacted our lives, they really matter, you know?
It makes me think about just being a dad.
Yeah.
And how those little small things that may seem I can't talk.
Insignificant.
Insignificant. Yeah, that's the word. Words are hard. May seem insignificant. Dude, I still can't even say it. May not even seem like anything that is worthwhile to you. But your kids grab a hold of that.
Amen.
And man, it can change their life.
Amen.
What were you just? Oh, amen. I thought you just had a moment there.
I did. I'm too Phorm energies deep, boy.
Just be intentional with the things that you do.
Yeah.
Because they're molding the lives of your kids.
Yeah. We're going to
be intentional how you talk to your wife. Be intentional how you handle situations with people, because that's molding your son and daughter.
100%. We're likely going to go fishing with our kids tomorrow morning. Yeah. And those moments, man, they matter. My kids tell me all the time. Sadie came up to me the other day and was like, hey, Daddy, remember when we went fishing at Turtle Pond and that big bird was on the dock with us, and every time we caught a little fishy, you threw it to that bird?
Yeah.
It was like a year ago, you know, and it just shows it's a core memory.
Yeah.
And Kendall will do this all the time. She'll start telling me about these little moments from like 20 days ago or 30 days ago, and she just remembers.
So last week I took a day off work and took my son fishing. It was his last day of his spring break, and I looked at my wife in the morning. I said, hey, I'm going to take the day off. It's the last day of his break. I'm going to spend the day with just him. And left my daughter at home with my wife, and me and David went fishing, and we didn't catch anything. But we had a great day, just me and him, just hanging out, fishing. He fought a couple fish I hooked, and we lost them, and that's okay. But we had so much fun, man. Just that little moment, and he's gonna remember. Hey, Dad took the day off work just to spend it with me, to take me fishing.
Yeah,
and man, I hope that's something that lives with him long beyond the time that I'm here.
Yeah, man.
When I'm gone, he could look back on that day and, hey, my dad took the time to go fishing with me.
100%. 100%, dude. And we think, you know, you look back and you think big moments made all the difference, but it's not, dude. It's the small things over time. It's small things, what you say, what you do, and how you show up.
Right.
That's what matters.
It's easy for me to relate things to sports. I've said that before. And it's most easy to relate things to baseball. And David is a very good baseball player. And I'm very proud of him. He has no clue that he's a good ball player, and I'd like to keep it that way. But
yeah, good luck.
Right. One of the things that he realized this year, and it was cool to watch him realize it, was practice matters. It's not just about going out to the game. It's about learning how to do the small things. When no one's watching, the crowd's not there, it's just me and him, taking ground balls, taking pop flies, taking swings off the tee, whatever. Those little things make him a better ball player. We spent the first day that the weather broke, it was a Sunday afternoon. It was 65 degrees. We went out to one of the local fields, and just me and him went to the field and spent 2 hours just doing drills. He wanted to go out there and do that, and I'm happy to spend the time with him. but him recognizing that practice made him better.
Yeah.
Doing that when no one's watching is going to make him succeed so much more during the game because he took those 2 hours on a Sunday afternoon after church and did ground balls when it didn't matter.
Yeah. Man, it's important, dude. Like, and those things are taught through observing.
Yeah.
You know, like those things don't just show up. Like
Right.
you don't just wake up one day and think, practice is important.
Right.
Or treating people nicely is right. No, like they'll model what you do.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole do as I say, not as I do thing. That ain't it.
Right.
Like that ain't it.
Yeah.
If you're still doing that, hey, you know, it's not it.
Yeah. You got to be an example.
And those little actions and reactions, that matters. You know, how you respond, how you react matters.
Right. Absolutely. And it makes me think with the doing those small things when nobody's watching develops into that moment that you're able to succeed. Makes me think about like hunting. You can't just go out with a bow and shoot an elk. That's not going to happen.
Probably not.
It takes thousands of arrows before that into a target so that when that moment comes, when that big bull elk walks in front of you, you can plant one right in the lungs and deliver the shot you need to take. But you can't just go out to the field and expect to hit a home run. It takes pitches in between that as well, the practice.
Yeah. I had a moment that's funny, kind of the opposite thing, but like a car pulled out in front of us and Kendall goes, "It doesn't even matter." Like she gets mad and angry in the back seat. And I went, And I looked at Hillary and I was like, "That's my girl." Like she sees it. She saw me overreact to something. And I was like, and I looked back at her and I said, "It's really okay, honey. We're going to be fine." You know, but it was funny. She's 6 years old and already has road rage. So I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But with that, we got an ad. Don't go anywhere. Hey, dude, you tried Phorm's Power Pro bar yet?
So I loved the coconut one.
So I got a new flavor here. It's not a new flavor. It's another flavor. First of all, the coconut one's legit.
Yeah,
it's
it
like
is.
straight up candy. But this reminds me of a candy bar too. It's called Salted Peanut Butter Power Pro Bar by Phorm.
Okay.
And dude, it's got 15 grams of protein and it's salted peanut butter flavored. So what I like to think of this is, you ever have the candy bar Payday?
Yeah.
Very much like Payday.
Okay.
And so I'll give you some to try.
Yeah.
But it's got 15 grams of protein. It's gluten free. It's got no artificial flavors. And it's a protein bar, but it's got a good consistency of it. It's almost like a no-bake cookie consistency. But it's so good. Got whole peanuts in it.
Yeah. That threw me off. I like that though. That's a good throw off.
It's like a Payday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And the no-bake cookie consistency is like spot on.
Yeah. It's so good. And 15 grams of protein. So you can either eat, I'm all got my mouth full now. But you can either eat, you know, a bunch of cookies or something with protein in it. Better for you. Phorm Power Pro Bar. Casting Faith.
Salted peanut butter.
Perfect fishing snack. Just saying. Perfect
It would be
fishing
good.
snack. Great tackle box snack.
Mm-hmm.
So Power Pro Bar, salted peanut butter. Get you some. Firstform.com/castingfaith. We're back. I think it's important, man. Those small things matter.
For sure.
And we're a little chopped up here because I had to use the Albano. But little things matter, you know? Zechariah 4:10 says, "For who has despised the day of small things?" Don't despise the day of small things. Little things matter. In other words, God never told us to start huge or start big. It's all progress ever
Right.
is done one day at a time, one step at a time. He told us to be faithful in everyday life.
Yeah.
That's what he told us to do. Because small things don't stay small. They build, they grow.
Right.
They turn into big, like small things turn into big habits,
Yeah, that's a really good point.
you know? And we don't want to rush your life all at once. You know, if I was given this platform, this podcast at 18, we would have gotten in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like we would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
And grace is given by God freely and easily, but people don't forget, you know, that's a truth of the matter is like, you got to watch, you know, how you interact in your everyday life. And so I just want to be that encouragement, man. You don't ruin your life all at once. It's those small little steps, you
Yep.
know? And so
Gradual choices.
And if it's ruined by small choices that are gradual, it's also, it gets built into something. Greatness gets built in gradual choices, And
Go ahead.
Nope, you're good.
No, I was just going to say, on a lighter note, man,
Let's hear it.
we'd like to dive into the nostalgia, a little bit of our 90s childhood, and talking about Lewis and Clark. Do you remember Almost Heroes?
Yeah.
Matthew Perry and Chris Farley?
Farley, dude. Man.
Two greats gone before their time.
100%, dude. I wish there was more Farley movies, but they're not.
Funny movie, dude. We were just watching some clips before the episode. It's a good one. It's a funny one. They don't make them like they used to, but they're racing Lewis and Clark, and they end up beating them. Chris Farley and Matthew Perry end up getting to the Pacific first. But no, just the mishaps along the way. Funny movie. If you've never seen it, underrated Chris Farley movie.
100%, man. And, you get to thinking about things from our childhood, like things that we wish we could have.
Yeah.
Have back, the small things that like you always thought would just be around forever that just get discontinued.
Kind of like the taste in the zebra stripes gum.
100%. Do you remember those?
This is a small thing that you thought would be there forever, and it was gone in 10 seconds.
Fruit Stripe. You remember Fruit Stripes? It was the zebra gum that had the little, and it was always a different like wrapper. Like so much detail and colors were in that. And you're right though, it only lasted for a little while.
Not even a little while. It was like a 10 seconds.
5 juicy flavors for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
of
5 seconds
time.
each. A collective 25 seconds per pack.
17 sticks in a pack. 17 moments. You want a whisper of flavor.
17 little moments.
But there's so many things like that from our childhood, little treats and stuff. One of the things I remember vividly, do you remember Nick? It was called Nick L. Nips.
No.
It's a weird name, but you'll know it when you see it. It was the little wax bottles of juice.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I used to love chewing on
I would chew on those. I would just put the whole thing in my mouth.
That and the wax lips.
Yeah. But I remember these specifically because I had braces for a short time.
Yeah.
And I was in wrestling while I was in braces. So you can imagine how miserable that would have been. And so I had these, my lips were getting shredded to pieces, and they sold these little wax bits that you would put on, on your braces to prevent them from doing all of that. And I went to the gas station with my mom one time and I found these, and I was like, those wax things are like $40. It's crazy how much money that, probably not $40. There's a number that came into mind, but I was like, this is candy. Yeah. And so I bought a bunch of these and I would eat them, and then I would use the wax. But like, how counterintuitive. Sugar wax. Name. Yeah. And you would never think it was called Nick and Nick. I don't even want to say, I'm going to say, you want to be careful. But yeah, just one of those things from our childhood that, just never thought it would go away. I've never seen them again, though. Yeah. Remember Bubble Jug? The powdered bubble gum that you would chew, and it would.
David has some of that right now.
I want some.
I've got it at my house.
Speaking of baseball, Big League Chew.
David's also got 2 bags of that in his bat bag at all times.
I feel like a lot of this can be found at Cracker Barrels. I feel like that's a place you can go.
Five Below, dude.
Yeah,
that's where you go to get
Five
the candy.
Below. Yeah. Candy buttons.
So the candy buttons, my dad loved those. I couldn't stand them. Every time I got them,
I just end up with paper in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's like glue almost.
And just, not for me.
Remember Wonder Balls?
Yeah.
What's in a Wonder Ball? Nestle's Wonder Ball?
It was chocolate, and then it always had like a sweet tart inside, and the sweet tart always tasted off because it had been sitting in chocolate.
Or there was something else in there.
Yeah.
They kind of do that with a Kinder Ball or whatever they call it.
Kinder Joy eggs.
Yeah. But this was better. Let us know which is better, Wonder Ball or Kinder Joy eggs.
Kinder Joy.
Is it better, you think?
Yeah.
I don't think so, dude. Bring back the one. What's in a Wonder Ball? What is that?
What was it? Yeah, that was it. I remember those.
The fruit sugar powder.
You always got them in treat bags from birthday parties.
Yeah, dude. Where are these things?
Yeah.
You think they'd be around forever? And they're not?
I don't think so. I think those were bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This was an interesting one. Do you remember the liquid suckers?
Yeah.
And it was always just like,
what was it with our generation and always liking sour
stuff? Yeah, man. We tried some sour Altoids.
Yeah.
And
I
retro sours is what they're called now. And
man,
we started a movement in our Sunday school department.
Yeah.
And in our young ones, we got some young years listening. We did those retro sours, and all of a sudden, everybody at school was starting to carry them, and all the ones in Sunday school class.
Do you remember Warheads?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I want to do that on air.
I don't think that I could do it on air, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Gobstoppers.
Hey, I was thinking about this the other day with gobstoppers because nerds are still big right now. Like the nerd clusters. Everybody loves nerd clusters. You notice they're not called Wonka anymore?
Mm-mm.
Wonka's not on it anymore. So like gobstoppers, nerds. What else used to be Wonka?
Somebody
chocolate?
bought them.
Probably. They stopped calling it Wonka.
Huh. My sister sent me these the other day. Chiclets. Remember Chiclets? The
do.
tiny chewing gums?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Those little things you just think. Razzles. Remember Razzles?
Yeah. Bottle top candies and all that.
Yeah, man. Those little things from our childhood, you just kind of wish you would get back, but they go away so quick, you know?
Man, yeah. There's so much candy that you don't see anymore that used to be around. It's weird. I never really thought about that.
I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know how we got on this topic, but it's fine. I miss those things sometimes, you know?
The weird candy from our childhood.
Yeah. Bring it back. Speaking of things from our childhood come back, Kendall's gotten real big into Pokemon.
I know. I love it.
Oh,
Every time I see her now, I say, "You catch any new ones?"
Her Easter basket had Bulbasaur in it, like a
There
little
we
tiny
go.
Bulbasaur. But dude, like, I was thinking about it because I wanted, I was like, she's been real interested in Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, part of me got excited to relive that.
Yeah.
And then the adult me understands what they cost now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I don't want the new GX,
Yeah.
you know, season 48 version
Right.
of Pokemon. I want the original 150.
So
and
I
they're
had mine.
so much money.
I had mine. I sold them recently.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it. I mean, David really never got into it. Nora watches it sometimes, but she's not real big into it. And they were just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah.
I felt it was weird because I looked through them and I'm like, man, so many memories. But
I wonder how that'll age. If
Yeah.
that regret will. I don't know. I'm really regretting it because I had a tackle box full of them. And they were all Gen 1.
yeah,
And the reality is if we would have just kept a couple booster packs in a safety
Sealed.
deposit vault
Yep.
sealed, we would be selling those for
Good
$500,000.
now.
Right?
Mhm.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, but I looked up like the starter Pokemon Gen 1. It's like $50 a card damaged.
Yeah.
You know, like it's tough. Tough market out there, but
Yeah.
she's all into it and it made me think of that. Like
It's fun.
the memory of going to the card shop to buy some Pokemon cards.
Do you remember it was called Grandpa's Card Shop over on where La Loma is now?
I remember ours was Sports Express in Ravenna.
Okay.
That's the one we would go to a lot. And it had all the sports stuff, like Letterman's jackets and
Yeah,
stuff. But they
I know
had
exactly what you're talking about.
they had a whole section just of Pokemon cards, and we would go in and we would ask to see them, and we would grab them. He would pass them over, and you would get to look at it and feel it. And it had it was just like the plastic sleeves with the price card on it.
Yep.
And they were like 50 cents. Some of them were $1 or $2. Those same ones are now like thousands of dollars.
Right. It's crazy.
It makes me sick. Like if I didn't lose those in the move, we would be.
Hey, speaking of stuff from your childhood that will bring back some memories. You remember me talking about that Tamagotchi?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got it working.
Let's go. Gojira.
Chat GPT helped me reset it and
Awesome.
fix it. I was taking pictures and showing. And he's
Amazing.
telling me how I could fix it, and I got it working.
That's awesome.
The kids have killed Godzilla 3 times. It turned into, Dad, Godzilla's sick again. Can you fix it? But it's fun. I enjoy doing it.
That's funny, man. That's awesome. But those little things, those little
Yeah.
memories, you never know what's going to be a big thing later. Like I
Right.
know this is silly, but the Pokemon cards, like,
Yeah.
they were so insignificant and cheap when we were growing up.
Right.
Little did we know they'd be worth a house later.
Yeah.
You know, little things matter. Anyways, we're ready for our next game. Are you
So,
ready for this?
I am. We introduced this last week, the Florida man versus Ohio man.
And we tied.
We ended up tying.
tied.
This week, I am going to be presenting the state battle here. Charlie did last week. And if you don't remember what the game is or you didn't listen last week, shame on you. But we'll go into it here. I'm going to read some headlines from spread out over time from our great state of Ohio and our neighbors to the south. Not really our neighbors, but our friends to the south and the sunshine state of Florida. There's a little bit of craziness that goes on down there with the alligators and the swamps and up here with the snow and the ice. And going to read a headline, Florida man or Ohio man, and Charlie's got to guess what state the story comes from. Are you ready?
Yeah. So Florida man or Ohio man? I got to guess.
Buckeye or Gator? Okay, so first one. Man uses his body as a human shield against hail to protect his car.
This could be either or.
Mm-hmm. Hail happens everywhere.
I feel like this is a throw off.
Okay.
Even though I gave you an easy up last one. I'm going to say Florida.
That is correct.
Hey!
Florida
Ding, ding.
man uses his body as a human shield against hail to protect his car. I actually saw the video of this. It was
Let's
funny.
go.
He's
It
out
feels
there
like a
jumping on
Florida
his-
man thing
yeah.
to do, like, oh, hell. Like, in Ohio, it's just like, well,
Yeah.
insurance claim.
Right.
Like, like another Tuesday.
All right.
Sweet.
So second
1 point.
one. Okay. Man seen on paddleboard chasing a suspect with police.
So is this Florida man or Ohio man? Man on paddleboard chasing a suspect with police. This has to be Florida.
That is Florida. It is Florida. You're 2 for 2.
There's
Man.
no.
I tried to throw
I'm
you
gonna
off
run-
with
I'm
doing.
I'm gonna run the board.
Yeah.
Because like, where else? Where are you gonna paddleboard on a police chase other than Florida?
Lake Erie,
I mean, only so much is
Portage Lakes.
Like where in Lake? Yeah, Portage Lakes. That makes sense. If you're from the area, just go ponder around Fisherman Central, and you'll see what's going on in the Portage Lakes area. Old State Mill Road. That's happening for sure.
Okay, I got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Man stops at Chick-fil-A, goes through the drive-thru on horseback.
Ohio.
That's Florida.
Is it really?
It is. That's a Florida man.
Unreal. I didn't think that they had Chick-fil-A's everywhere.
Really?
I guess they do.
You need to get around more, man.
I don't get out much.
Chick-fil-A started in the South. It's from Atlanta.
My thought was Horse, Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
That was my thought. Threw me off. All right. So what? I got 2. You got 1.
Man turns himself into a Smurf to dodge police.
Ohio.
That's Ohio.
Ohio for sure.
That's Ohio.
Man, you see some weird things here in Ohio, dude. Like today on my way to the studio, I'm driving, I'm smiling. I actually preached the Shepherd's house before we got here tonight.
Okay.
We served them dinner, and I spoke a word of encouragement to these people. And then on my way there, or on my way back from there, I'm driving and I'm on the circle, and a guy on a bicycle, and it's not a normal bicycle. It's like a thrown together bicycle, completely tatted up, old clothes, stares me. I'm at a stop sign. Like I'm completely stopped.
Mhm.
And he stares me down, and he's going, look at me. He's like I'm about to hit him. And I'm like, I see you. Like you're good. Like he thought I was going to hit him. And it was a little one of those moments where it's like, he's like a little out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a whole experience, but I'm like, it sounds like Smurf behavior, Like
Yeah.
that stuff happens everywhere now. I saw the
I
guy
would've
the other
thought-
day.
I
He didn't
would have
have
thought Smurf, Florida.
he had a peg leg walking down the road.
Really?
It was by the Wendy's on East Market
You
Street.
don't see that anymore.
You don't see many peg legs.
Mm-mm.
And I would think you would see that in Florida, but nope.
Yeah.
Ohio. So what am I at? 3-2 or 3-1?
3-1.
Let's
So
go.
I've got to win the next 2, or you have won. All right. So man tried to trade live snake for a pizza
Mm-hmm.
at a convenience store.
Mm-hmm. Florida.
That is Ohio.
Mm.
I thought live snake,
I thought
Florida as
Florida.
well. Mhm.
It's a real problem in the Everglades.
They've got a lot of pythons. That's a big issue.
It's to the point where there's no fixing it.
They've eaten 90% of the small mammals in the Everglades.
You know that iguanas are a problem there too?
Yeah, so I've witnessed that firsthand. Man, it's crazy. We talked about it last episode and went down a couple years ago to Fort Myers, Sanibel Island, and we're taking a boat through the canals on Sanibel to get out into the coast. And man, the iguanas are everywhere. Everywhere.
I wonder what it tastes like.
A lot of people eat them.
Yeah.
A lot of people eat them.
Like a free resource.
And it was funny watching the videos in the wintertime when it got cold down there and they're all dropping out of the trees and people are like going around collecting them.
I seen a video. It was a couple years ago, but a guy was picking up an iguana. He was like, I wonder what and he was doing
Yeah,
like
let
a
it
bite
bite him.
test, like Coyote Peterson.
Took a
And he
chunk
goes,
out of
"Oh
him.
wow, that was a lot worse than I thought it was." And it's just like, that kid was homeschooled.
Oh, it was bad. The stitches were required for sure.
I'm like, why would you do?
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
Dumb.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Here we go. Is this for all the marbles, or am I still up?
So if you get this, you win. If I get this, we tie again.
All right, man. All right, here we go.
Okay. Man caught with hamsters down his pants after alleged pet store break-in.
We're going with pet store again.
Hamsters down his pants after alleged pet store break-in.
One would ask why.
He wanted to free the hamsters.
Down
Hey, have you ever seen a wild hamster?
No,
I don't think they exist.
never thought of that.
Where would a
before.
hamster be wild at?
You ever
Or a
see
gerbil?
You ever see a baby crow?
Mm-mm. Hey, crows are crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I saw a video the other day of a family that had been feeding crows from the time that they were born, like from the time that they were out of the egg, whatever. And the crows brought them pine twigs with pop tabs pulled through it. So like the crows are making art and giving it to, like, dude, that's weird.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They make me uncomfortable.
They're super smart, dude.
Like
Dolphins, like Gerald.
Yeah, dude. They make me uncomfortable. I want to be on the friendly side.
Yeah.
But
They also have a memory. It's another thing.
It's just uncomfortable. Makes you wonder. The Bible talks about the fowls of the air increasing, and that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Over in the I can't even say words, dude, without getting flagged.
It's late, dude.
The fowls of the air will increase in the end times for the preparation of Armageddon. Anyways, what was the question again? I can't remember the round. Florida man
caught with hamsters down his pants after alleged pet store break-in.
This is Ohio.
That is, in fact, Ohio.
Yeah, 100%, dude. This sounds like
You've won Ohio man, Florida man. For this week.
That sounds like Ohio behavior.
I don't know.
What are we doing? As always, man, we say this with Florida man, Ohio man. I am the first
winner.
Ding ding, baby. I get the belt again.
That he does. That's okay.
But Florida man, Ohio man, dude, we said this before, but Florida man is just Ohio man that moved to Florida for better weather.
Better weather.
Better weather. That's right, man. I don't know. We don't even know what's real. Those are crazy.
Crows and dolphins. Giraffes aren't real.
Giraffes. Man. Crazy.
I've seen science. I just don't believe it.
Dinosaurs?
Or dragons.
Dinosaurs?
That's an episode,
dragons?
dude.
Hey, I think they're dragons.
I do too.
I don't think that dinosaurs are real.
I don't know.
Dinosaurs aren't real. You heard it here first. No, I'm just kidding. People think we're idiots.
Yep.
It's okay. We are a little. It's all right. We're just everyday life.
Just having fun.
Just having fun, all for entertainment purposes. But man, I've had fun, dude. The little things matter.
Yeah, I'm excited to take the kids fishing in the morning.
It's exciting. Pumped about it. We're doing this thing right now where if you are listening to this episode and you comment in the YouTube comment section, Spotify comment section, you comment on all 4 episodes this month, you are entered into a chance to win a giveaway. We're going to be sending some cool things your way. So comment, comment, subscribe, and we'll give you something exciting.
Tell us if dinosaurs are dragons.
It won't be a wild hamster. or an iguana, whatever it is.
Charlie will paint himself like a smurf. Smell like a smurf.
Smell like a smurf. A couple of those just threw me off. Like, I don't know why. Hamsters in your pants. That's like a bad time. So just saying, I don't know. But man, my thoughts for this episode is this. Those small moments matter.
Absolutely.
Like little things matter. You never know the impact a small word of encouragement can be. You never know what moment that you're in is a big moment for somebody else. And so treat people with kindness. I could have honked my horn at that crazy man riding his bike, but I just smiled and gave him a thumbs up. Like, I got you, man. I see you. He was also carrying a fender. So, I don't know. Interesting story. And it is raining again. That being said, if it has rained, if it's hailing, if you need to make that insurance claim on your roof.
What a segue.
I know. Here we go. Throwing them out there. It's that Phorm energy kicking in.
There it is.
If you need to do that, call Heritage Roofing. Aaron's going to take care of you. Heritage Roofing Company is going to take care of you. A lot of people when tragedy hits, something like a hailstorm, or you can hear it now in the studio. There's something rolling around outside.
Yeah.
Weather-wise, but if something goes down on your roof, you know,
Weather-wise, something's rolling around.
something's rolling around up on the rooftop here. But if it messes up your roof, call Aaron at Heritage Roofing Company. He's a nice guy. He puts people first.
Yeah.
And he's faith-based, and man, he'll take care of you, get you an affordable
He'll
fix.
look out for you.
Yeah, man.
And I think that's one really important thing to let the listeners know. Not just that he cares, but he's out for your best interest.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make sure that you're getting taken care of. So give him a call. And while you're waiting for him to get over to you, why don't you take a drink of that Backbone coffee?
Dude.
Get you a swig of that good coffee.
100%. Do you know that on Backbone right now, one of our favorite blends, Rolling Coal, is only $12.99 a bag?
That's a steal.
What are we doing? With your
That's a Florida man steal right there.
You know, I know a guy that would paint himself blue to get a bag of that Backbone.
Maybe try to trade a live snake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would work. Hey, one thing that I don't think we've ever talked about, man, I love the artwork on the bags of Backbone
dude.
coffee.
So
anybody that I've given a bag to immediately goes, man, that bag's so cool looking.
Yeah, dude. And there's a way, I wish I could shout them out proper. Keep that thought for a second.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this. That you can kind of work with Backbone to design your own bag. They'll make for you and send it out. That's awesome.
It's a company they use. You can get your own custom bag made. So if you're a brand up there, or you're, you know, whatever, you can order a bunch of bags, and they'll keep an inventory for you. They just order. It costs. I don't know how much it costs. You have to contact Backbone to ask them. But you can buy some coffee while you contact. Matter of fact, we might do that. Get a Cast in Faith bag, and then
might be a cool idea for the Great Lakes Fishing Expo.
That'd be sweet. Let us know, Cam. But yeah, Backbone's a legit great coffee.
Yeah,
I have not had a bad brew.
Nope,
that's for sure. And it's affordable. And so,
what I like about it is sometimes you get with coffee, you get that like rubber glove taste to it,
like a sour glove.
Yep, I have never had that with Backbone.
No, dude, not ever. I will say the best like smooth flavors out there are like, for me, it's Overtime Grind and Graveyard Shift.
I love Rolling Coal.
Rolling Coal is like it'll get your day kick started for sure. But they're all great. Honestly, they're all great.
Yeah.
They also sell 5-pound bags if you're like me. Awesome. So dude, get you stocked up for a while.
Yeah.
You know? Anyways, we love them. Backbone's always got our back. That's solid.
That is solid.
That's solid. Just thought of that.
You're coming up with slogans for him. Last week you said get you a Backbone and get some Backbone.
Yeah, Backbone's got your back, dude. Get some coffee. That one's free. Anyways.
Hey, and shout out to the Great Lakes Fishing Expo again. We're going to be there next January. New location. Excited for everything we've got going on with that. And excited to keep utilizing these awesome First Phorm can koozies and everything that First Phorm helps us out with. The Power Protein bars, Power Pro Protein, the beef sticks, all of their supplements, great stuff.
Great snack for your snackle box, you know.
Snackle box.
100%. But man, we're grateful for all of our partners, and we're grateful for you listeners. If you're not doing this though,
except for you. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Gerald. If you haven't done so, like, comment, subscribe, enter in a chance to win a free giveaway.
We haven't figured out what we're going to give you yet.
Maybe some. We
got something cool that we're going to.
Maybe some tackle for your season, or maybe some, a little Cast in Faith goodie bag.
Yeah,
I don't know.
A little bit of everything.
All right, man. Well, just remember this: your little daily interactions matter, little moments matter.
Yeah.
Don't take them for granted. And I think a lot of that with my kids. I'm trying not to take for granted the small moments. We were looking at old home videos.
Yeah.
Which it's funny, it used to be on tapes. Now it's just on our phones.
Right.
Like we just scroll back a couple years and I can see videos of my kids and get emotional, those little moments.
Tear up a little bit.
Yeah, dude, those matter. Don't take them for granted. And with your faith, man, make sure you're casting faith every day.
Absolutely.
Even in the small moments. You never know when God's going to give you a word of encouragement that may seem like a small thing, but to somebody it's world changing.
Insignificant. I still can't say it to you, but means the world to somebody else.
I had a moment like that I'm going to extend the episode a second, but I had a moment like that last week, or it was 2 weeks ago. Just a friend of mine, I went to her, husband isn't exactly where he was supposed to be with the Lord, and she's just doing her best to live for the Lord. And I'm like, I went up to her and I just felt a prompting in my spirit, and I looked at her and I said, hey, I want you to know God sees what you're doing. He knows the little things that you're doing. He knows all of the effort you're putting in your relationship with him. Yeah. And I looked her right in the eyes and I said, he told me to tell you revival is coming to your home. Don't give up. Just keep pressing forward. The very next Sunday, the husband came to church and prayed through at the altar.
That's awesome.
Ain't nothing that I did. It was just a small nudge in my heart. And I said, just speak on it. You never know what a word of encouragement might produce,
right?
In your life. And so, cast faith in everyday life. That's all. Even in the little moments. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Anything else you want to say?
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.